New literacies, multimodality, transmediation, and multiliteracies are all topics covered in our class of Learning and Instruction 576, Literacy and Technology. In the beginning of this course, you asked the question, what is literacy? Literacy is so much more than the ability to read and write. It is the ability to communicate effectively with written language. It's understanding the words on the page and being able to feel the emotions that characters are expressing. Literacy is a gateway for a person to never stop learning. That being said, literacy today is very different from than it once was. Today, we are currently preparing students for jobs that don't exist yet, using technologies that haven't been invented in order to solve problems we don't even know are problems yet. New literacies use specific knowledge and skills within a context for a social purpose, whether that may be to share or discuss information and ideas. In the article New Literacies in the Common Core, the author states, more powerful than a room full of gadgets is a teacher who has a deep appreciation of what the new forms of reading and writing entail. This is a screenshot from the video RSA Animate, Changing Education Paradigms. I chose this part of the video because it shows everything that is wrong with education. It has caused chaos in people's lives because they believe that they are not good enough. It also shows that there is an ADHD epidemic, that students are being medicated as routinely as having your tonsils taken out. Students are being diagnosed with ADHD because they are bored of being lectured in school. Educating students must first and foremost deal with preparing students for the unexpected. This can be understood by providing students with tools or ways to interact with the unfamiliar. The SAMR model shows how teachers can transform and adapt their way of teaching in regards to the levels of technology integration. Student interpretations of literature occurs in many different ways. When given the opportunity to express their interpretations in their own way, many students use this as an opportunity to show meaning through drawing. It allows students to think more broadly, organize their thoughts, consider their ideas, connect through memories, and express feeling. In the article, Spider-Man Meets Walt Whitman, they discuss the shift from telling the world to showing the world. With the Poetry Interpretation Project, I feel that is exactly what the purpose was, showing the world how you interpret the poem by using the pictures of graphics. In the article, Love That Book, it states, the Common Core vision of the 21st century learner is one who is able to text technology and media critically and strategically for reading, composing, and learning. To achieve that goal, educators must start integrating transmediation and multimodal projects into their classroom. Having students use transmediation to create a multimodal project will allow students to move past the basic story elements of who, what, when, where, why, and how, and encourages them to analyze and create a personal interpretation of what they had read. To view text critically is such an important skill in and out of the classroom. We exhibited this goal by completing the Digital Response to Literature project. This project was my favorite assignment we did this semester. The book I chose to read for this project was The Boy on the Wooden Box by LAI576. This project is a great way to help students prepare for their futures. By giving them options to create a multimodal product of the book they had read, they may find a passion for creating short films or movie trailers they had never knew they had. Authors and publishers are experimenting with video book trailers as a new form of advertising. This project offers students to enhance their creative abilities and give them a sense of what a publisher does during the workday. Students use and enhance their reading and writing skills during the creation of a story that ultimately plays out as a digital movie. Creating a digital narrative is an original way to have students enhance their literacy skills. More importantly, the students are able to have fun while learning. Creating a digital narrative was a fun project that teaches 21st century skills. Students are more likely to learn when they are engaged rather than mindlessly doing repetitive drills and teaching towards state exams. If we are going to fully engage students and prepare them to be literate, active participants of our technologically driven world, then it is also imperative that we delve into the technologically mediated narratives that students are creating and world in ways that develop them as tools for learning. I really enjoyed Jane McGonigal's TED Talk, especially the points about having an epic win. Students today are faced with difficult problems in which they are not entirely sure that they are good enough to tackle on their own. When playing games, kids are motivated to collaborate and cooperate to solve problems no matter how many times they fail. This doesn't happen when they are approaching problems in real life. If we as teachers create an environment where we inspire our students to approach real-life difficulties with the same emotions as they have with gaming. In Judy Willis's Edutopia video, she mentions that the amount of children diagnosed with ADHD is on the rise because they are bored of being lectured at in school. Gaming captures the students' curiosity while giving them skills to help them with their studies. Students are able to focus and be actively engaged in a lesson when they are able to interact and enjoy what is being taught. Willis also mentions that gaming doesn't give you an award for completing a task, if it just gives you another, more difficult challenge. Historia sounds like an amazing application that teaches students about history and our government. Graphic novels have become more popular recently than ever before. The mix between pictures and text is an exciting way to read, and being able to choose between two life-changing choices in a game is very exhilarating. It is almost like the game is taking the students on a time-traveling mission to experience history as it unfolded. In an ideal world, students will be learning, creating, and exploring digitally. They will always have access to the latest technologies and will become innovative thinkers that are able to interpret and present meaning in their own way. Teaching new literacies is to the students and to the teacher's advantage. The common goal is to have students engaged in what they are learning. When that happens, they will have the greatest chance at success. All teachers need to be educated in how to use technology. The reason for this is simple, so students will be able to succeed in furthering their education and whatever they choose to pursue throughout their lives. The whole point of students receiving an education is that they can become productive members of society upon graduating. If we are not to teach our students how to use technology the right way, then these current students will never be ready to enter the real world.